Greetings from Bonham, Texas. Today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. In today's video, we're going to explore Bonham, named after James Butler Bonham. Welcome everyone, Mike here, coming to you guys today from Bonham, Texas. Today's video, we're going to walk around the square, see some of the sights, maybe go to a museum, and eat at Muddbones Burgers. First stop here is the courthouse. This was recently renovated. Bonham's the county seat of Fannin County. So I'm on the courthouse steps, just off Sam Rayburn Boulevard, going through downtown Bonham. I think it's actually part of Highway 121. But let's do a quick 360 of what I see here from the courthouse steps. This is an old downtown that appears to still be thriving. A lot of buildings aren't empty. And the main thoroughfare is pretty daggone busy. Hope I didn't go too fast for you guys. All right, let's walk around. Back at the Bonham statue. A little bit of inscription here. I don't know if you guys can read this, but I'll read it for you. It says, at the call of his boyhood friend William Barrett Travis, he came to Texas in 1835 and engaged in the War for Independence. As aide and messenger for Travis, he was faithful until his death at the Alamo, March 6, 1836. So we're going to start walking from the east side and just kind of make our way around the square and stop at anything that piques my interest. So right off the bat, this building piqued my interest with the columns, and it looks like an active balcony up there. If anybody from Bonham watching this video knows what this originally was, let me know in the comments. But this is it's a beautiful day in Bonham, man. It's probably about 75, 78 degrees on May 31st. I'll absolutely take that in Texas. It's good to walk around. So I take back what I said about not many empty buildings. On the east side, there was quite a few. A lot of window dressing indicating there might be a business there, but when you walk by, most of them are empty or under some kind of remodel or just flat out abandoned. Well, let's go check out the the north side. Not much on the north side here. Got a title company, a picture frame company, and a gym, and a little clothing store. Something you see in pretty much every town. But listen to the chimes. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but the chimes on the courthouse are going off. Now let's take a look at the west side. But before we do that, I did notice another statue at the courthouse. So we're going to see what that says. So the statue is actually a monument to the Confederate soldiers. So walking the west side, nothing too crazy here. Real estate office, a chiropractor, bamboo house, Asian restaurant. But this building up here on the corner is what has my attention. Let's take a look. So nothing is in this building now, but the columns and the railing on this is pretty neat. Again, if you're watching this and know anything about Bonham history, I would love to know what was originally here. So starting on the south side now is where I should have started from the very beginning. They have a visitor center so they can answer questions about that building, but unfortunately they are closed on the weekends. We're about to cross the street at Sam Rayburn in Maine. This pharmacy looks pretty cool. That building is awesome. So yeah, it looks like it's a compound pharmacy. Can't tell if it's still open or not though. Yep, looks like it's still open. Well, maybe not. Some empty shelves in there. But then back over here, there's stuff on the shelves. I was way off in the beginning of that video where I said everything looks full. I was so wrong. Go check out this view of the courthouse from across the street. Again, this is a beautiful courthouse. Just the remodel makes it look new and not old at all. Check out this post office, man. This is so well constructed, over the top for a town the size of Bonham. Now I know for the longest time this was the biggest city in Fannin County, and probably still is, but you don't see stuff built like this anymore. It's very cool. All right, so that was downtown. Let's go ahead and head over and get some lunch at Muddbones Burgers and see what else we can find here in Bonham, Texas. So I was heading out to Muddbones, passed by this funeral home. Man, this thing's beautiful. Built in the 1800s. I've been to funerals here before, but in the moment of my loss, I really didn't pay attention to how beautiful the building is. No funeral today, so I'm not imposing on anybody's time of grief. Thankful for that for many reasons. Nobody lost a loved one. And I can show you guys this hearse. This is unbelievably cool. Now, I don't want to have a traditional funeral myself, but if I did, this is my final ride, wouldn't be too mad. Of course, I wouldn't care. I'd be dead. Welcome to Muddbones. Nice little patio out here. Tons of copyrighted music. But I'm not monetized yet, so that doesn't really matter. And a Bigfoot, man. You guys are gonna learn. I love Bigfoot. Let's go inside and get a burger. So I got here right at opening thinking that wouldn't be a crowd. Boy, was I wrong. That place was lined up right as the doors opened up. So this has me excited. The food's got to be great if people are lined up that early. I got the double spoke with cheese and their famous rattlesnake eggs. Apparently that's a deep fried egg roll stuffed with hamburger meat, cheese, onions, and jalapenos. That sounds absolutely amazing. So it took about 15 minutes, but I got my food. This burger looks insane. Let's give it a bite. So soft bun, well-seasoned meat. They say it's a special in-house seasoning. I have no clue what's in it, but very good. Maybe a tad on the salty side, but man, I love it. The vegetables, nice, crisp, strong onion. It's time for another bite. That's a phenomenal burger. The cheese is nice and melted. The crispness from the flat top. Like I said, it took about 15 minutes, but they are slammed in there. Worth the wait. This is a nice, fresh, delicious burger. I mean, look at this. It is stacked. I just love the char on the meat. Typically, I like the texture of a double meat burger. I think these patties are big enough. You can do good with a single. Okay, so now let's try their famous rattlesnake eggs. They have a dip here. I'm gonna try it without the dip first. My initial thought is it tastes like a fried burrito. You can see on the inside there, it kind of looks like one. Not bad.
Number 8.
All right, here's the dipping sauce. Before I put it on the egg roll, I want to try it with the French fry. It looks like a burger sauce. This flavor surprised me. It's got like a mayo in it, some kind of smokiness to it.
Number 7.
It's pretty good. Like mayo, ketchup, maybe some Worcestershire, maybe some liquid smoke. I don't know. It's pretty good. Let's try it with the, after this fry, let's try it with
Number 6.
the rattlesnake egg. It's getting packed on this patio. Whatever's in that sauce is absolutely killer. I wish I would have been eating my fries with that the whole time. This is delicious. So that was a fantastic meal, man. I'm stuffed. I ate all the burger, just a bite of the fries and half that rattlesnake. But man, I'm feeling it right now. So let's go walk around and explore a little bit more. Let me make sure no cars were coming. This place is busy. Check out this parking lot. Seriously, this parking lot is insane. I'm so stuffed. That burger was absolutely delicious. I apologize I didn't show you guys more of the inside. Like I said, they were absolutely swamped, and I really didn't want to bother people just trying to have their lunch and film it for you guys. Maybe I'll go back in the future during the week when it won't be so busy. But at the same time, don't let the crowd scare you away. Like I said, I waited 15 minutes, got a hot, fresh, delicious burger. And honestly, I've waited longer at fast food restaurants, calling out Whataburger here. So it's definitely worth the wait. But now, we are at the Sam Rayburn Library. For you guys who don't know who that is, Sam Rayburn was Speaker of the House and the longest tenured speaker in U.S. history. And he lived right here in Bonham, Texas. Mr. Sam, as he was affectionately known as. Pretty neat little statue. For you guys who live in Dallas-Fort Worth, you're probably very familiar with the Sam Rayburn Tollway. It wasn't his fault traffic sucks though. Let's go inside. So I got permission to film in here. Pretty neat. I am right by the front door. As you walk in, you're immediately drawn into Sam's office, or Mr. Sam. This is all cut off, but you can see it. This is an exact setup of his office, but the furnishing is original. Pretty freaking cool if you ask me. And the ceiling, the nice chandelier. Who would have thought you'd find something like this in Bonham, Texas? The room to the left. Pictures of Sam Rayburn in action. The painting, these chairs. Let's see if I can find out where these chairs were at. Got to be important if they were roped off. So it doesn't say where the chairs are from, which I find odd. They got to be from the House Representatives. On the opposite side, it shows the 8 presidents that Sam Rayburn was Speaker of the House under. Quite the legacy. So this gavel was presented to Mr. Sam when he passed Henry Clay for the longest serving Speaker of the House. Then here are silver dollars given to Mr. Sam by President Truman. Here's a display of one of the coolest bills that Sam presented to bring rural homes electricity. It says here in 1936, only 2% of rural Texas had electricity. And Sam Rayburn wanted to change that. So this mantle was in the Adams room of the White House. When they did a remodel in 1949, it was gifted to Sam Rayburn to put here in his library, which didn't open until 8 years later, but they had to have known one was in the works. So this was pretty neat. I enjoyed the office the most. It's very small. It took me about 10 minutes to go through here. Worth your stop, especially for free. But just outside of town is actually Sam Rayburn's home. Let's go check that out. And just a short 4-minute drive up the road, we're at the Sam Rayburn house. This was a house he had built for his entire family to stay at. To walk around, there's no fee, but if you want to go inside, there is a $6 admission fee. So I did pay the $6 to go inside and show you guys around. It's pretty much a self-guided tour. The house is original furnishings. We're off the highway here. But original furnishings, you can't touch anything, but there is a tour guide there, not to really give a tour, but to answer any questions you might have. I hate to say the word modest, 2-story home, but compared to a lot of today's homes, this would be absolutely nothing. Tours start on top of the hour, Monday through Saturday. As I mentioned in the beginning of my video, I'm here on a Saturday, taking the 1 o'clock tour. So as you walk into the house and go directly to the left, there's a guest bedroom where President Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson stay the night. That's pretty cool. Was he president when he stayed here?
No, he was not.
He was not? Okay. So to clarify, President Johnson wasn't president when he came to visit because Mr. Rayburn died in 1961 and he didn't become president until 63 after Kennedy was assassinated. This is the family room. His favorite place to congregate. But President Truman did come here as president. Now we're in the kitchen. Again, this is all original. You can't touch it, but you're welcome to walk around. That oven's pretty cool. We've made our way upstairs, and this is kind of interesting. It's called a sleeping porch. Before air conditioning, Texas summers were brutal back then as well. These windows, of course, could open up. You'd have a breeze to sleep. We're so lucky to be living the time we do. Then right across the way is the master bedroom. This saddle is pretty neat. It's a massive room to have such a small bed. And the clothing on the bed isn't just decor. It's actually Mr. Sam's clothes. So here's something near and dear to my heart. This is the smokehouse. If you guys are new over around here, I do have another channel, Bowers Barbecue, where I do a lot of cooking. So this is kind of neat to see an old smokehouse. And inside the garage is his car, 1947 Cadillac. So this was a fun day, man. A lot to do here in small town Bonham. There's places such as the English Fort that I didn't take you guys to, that maybe we'll do in a future video. The Sam Rayburn house was really cool. I think I like the library a little bit better. The lady here says it's actually called the Sam Rayburn Museum now. They changed that up. But hey, this is a lot of fun. Bonham's a pretty cool place. A little special to me. My mom grew up out here and nearby Ector. All of her family's still here, and she just recently moved back. So it's kind of cool to explore things I haven't seen since I was probably 10 years old. All right, I think you're watching to the very end. Until the next video, you have a great week. Bye.